Hello everyone, I'm Michael Pollock, CEO of DBSA. It's been 18 months of unprecedented challenge and opportunity for the DBSA community. This time has been dominated by the effects of the pandemic, social unrest, and social isolation, highlighting the importance of mental health support and resources. The long-standing healthcare inequities among communities of color and people experiencing poverty were more exposed than ever before. DBSA stepped in to fill that void, successfully pivoting to more accessible virtual services and accelerating our strategic priorities. Our staff, local chapters, and board members mobilized, and DBSA resources transitioned to online platforms. Foundations, corporations, and generous individuals made this possible by providing new and increased funding. Our peers reached out and shared their stories, and they supported one another. The DBSA community not only survived, but we thrived during this time. We saw explosive growth in the national online support groups. We started with 6 weekly online support groups in February 2020, pre-pandemic, and by year's end, we'd grown to 42. During this same time frame, the number of people served jumped from 50 individuals per week to over 450. To support this growth, DBSA prepared over 90 support group facilitators and trained 10 peers to help conduct training. We're really grateful to our volunteers. DBSA also increased access to mental health resources for underserved communities. Thank you to Otsuka and Janssen Pharmaceuticals for providing funding to create new online support groups for people living with mood disorders in the Black community. And to SAMHSA and to corporate foundations for funding our new peer apprentice training program. Despite the pandemic, perhaps because of it, DBSA tripled our peer specialist course offerings, shifting entirely to online, and over 75 students completed the program. With your input, we found new ways to engage you in our online community. We launched our COVID-19 Center with ongoing news and resources. We started offering Facebook Live social media events to provide new ways to learn from clinicians and peers. The DBSA team also expanded resources to lend support to peers' mental health across their lifespan. We debuted the Mood Crew for children ages 4 to 9, as well as for their parents and caregivers. We created the Wellness Tracker for adults looking for a more structured way to manage their mental wellness. In addition to the Wellness Wheel and podcasts from some terrific experts and peers, including from members of our Young Adult Council. At the same time, DBSA solidified itself as a thought leader in the scientific and peer advocacy arenas. We brought back this Leadership Summit as part of our 35th anniversary celebration. We continued to honor the best and brightest mood disorder researchers with the Gerald L. Clareman Award. Congratulations to this year's winners, our Young Investigator Award recipients, Dr. Daisy Singla and Dr. Tamsin Van Reenen. And congratulations to Dr. Maria Oquendo, who is this year's recipient of our Senior Investigator Award. Over these past 18 months, we amplified your voice through advancements of our advocacy and legislative priorities, including congressional briefings on the value of peer specialists, sponsored by Congressman Scott Peters. During Virtual Hill Day, 55 DBSA advocates contacted 66 legislators. We focused on issues including the National Suicide Hotline Designation Act, the Crisis Stabilization and Community Reentry Act, and the Telehealth Improvement Act. We also pushed for an emergency appropriation from Congress for mental health and addiction treatment. DBSA continued our progress on our 10-year initiative to transform the definition of wellness based on what peers are seeking with better treatment outcomes. Throughout adversity, DBSA and our community of peers has adapted and evolved. We found new ways to support each other and strengthen our community. We're more connected, and more resilient than ever. Now here comes the exciting part. We must take all that we've learned and boldly move forward together. And that's where you come in. Whether it's advocating for policy changes, making a financial contribution, or sharing your story, we need your help to push for a world where people living with mood disorders can reach their highest potential. You can find more information on how to get involved at dbsalliance.org, where you can sign up for our newsletter and stay connected. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your dedication to this important mission of providing hope, help, support, and education to people living with depression and bipolar.